What's up, sports fans? It is September 9th, 2022. My name is Chris, and in today's episode of Third and Long, I'm going to be talking about 3 college football wagers you should be making this week for week 2 of the college football season. Before we get into it, a little housekeeping for you guys. We did go 2-1 last week on this show with West Virginia and South Carolina giving us the ATS cover, while Boston College lost as 7-point favorites outright to Rutgers. Let's look for a 3-0 week this week, and play number 1 will be Notre Dame minus 20.5 over Marshall. This game goes Saturday at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Look, we saw some good and we saw some bad at Notre Dame in their week 1 loss to Ohio State, but the good definitely far outweighs the bad heading into week 2. They were stout defensively and held Ohio State to just 21 points, and they were a few offensive plays away from potentially winning the game outright. Now they return home to face a Marshall team who's off an FCS win versus Norfolk State, which doesn't move the needle at all. The Fighting Irish will be ready to roll in this season home opener, and in this one they are monsters in the spot that they are in, going 8-1 ATS in their last 9 non-conference games. Lay the points with the Fighting Irish. Give me them minus 20.5. Play number 2, Tennessee minus 6.5 over Pittsburgh. This game goes Saturday at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time. The Volunteers coming to this game after obliterating Ball State 59-10. They put up 569 yards of total offense, and they looked every bit the part of SEC contender. If you don't think for a second that the Vols didn't have this game circled on their calendar in a revenge spot from last year's 41-34 home loss against this very Pitt team, you're sadly mistaken. The Volunteers are going to be ready to go in this game, and I'm not sure Pitt can say the same. Sure, the Pitt Panthers put up 38 points against West Virginia in a week 1 win, but frankly they were lucky to come away with that win altogether. The offense looked slow, the offense sluggish, and the defense was not up to the level we've grown accustomed to over the last few years. Coming off a big win against a rival that they haven't played in a very long time, going up against another top 25 team, I don't see the Panthers having enough left in the tank to keep up with a highly powered Volunteers offense. Give me Tennessee minus 6.5. And finally, play number 3, Iowa State plus 3.5 over Iowa. This game goes Saturday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Do you want to lay more than a field goal with a team who scored 7 points against an FCS opponent last week? I know I sure don't. The Iowa Hawkeyes were always going to be a team that struggled offensively, and that was on full display last week in a 7-3 win against South Dakota State. Now we get an Iowa State team coming to town, and I'm high on their offense this year, and I know overreactions are a dangerous thing from week 1 to week 2, but the Hawkeyes on offense are who we think they will be, a terrible offensive team who is going to struggle to score points all season long. I don't think they're going to break 17 points against the Cyclones defense that will be good this season, so give me the points here in this Cyclops rivalry. Give me Iowa State plus 3.5 at odds of minus 110. Those are all the plays for week 2 of the college football season. Let me know if you're rolling with any of them, or if you have a play that you've circled that you absolutely love this week. As always, kicking is for losers.